Hi guys, I'm Chloe. I'm a personal trainer along with Atita here at Superior. I'm head of the bodybuilding department here as well. I've competed in a few shows, and today we're going to be doing a lower body workout with you.
So guys, today I have a guest for you, and for you guys, I'm sure you are so excited to see like us working out together. She's going to take me through lower body leg workout. So I'm really excited to see what you have for your routine.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome, let's do it.
So we are starting with step ups. We'll be using 2 dumbbells, 1 in each hand, and stepping up onto this dumbbell. The goal is to use your front leg to do most of the work and try not to push off with the back leg too much.
How many sets are we doing?
Let's start with 4 sets of 10.
10, okay. 1, 2. 10.
Okay, nice.
Good. Switch
right.
legs.
Yep.
Good. Does this exercise get your balance at the same time?
Definitely works balance in a lot of quads and glutes depending on how you're standing.
8, 9, 10. How many seconds rest in between?
Between about 30 seconds to a minute, but definitely feel in your body when you feel ready to go. So think about 30 seconds.
Yeah, okay. Between 30 seconds. Are we doing the second set for the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. I feel good if you're good.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Will you recommend this exercise for like someone who is a beginner?
Yes, actually. I would recommend this for anybody.
Yeah.
Level definitely depends, and you can
10.
start on a lower platform as well, and you can start without weights too.
Okay. Do you prefer using more weight or like, you know, lightweight?
Also kind of depends on skill level. Definitely start with lightweight, but if your balance feels pretty good and you're really trying to hit those quads, I'd go heavy. 9, 10. Nice.
Ooh.
Okay.
My heart rate, I'm
Yeah.
starting breathing.
Now I'm getting there.
So
All right, 2 more.
So how often do you work out in a week?
Typically 6 days.
6 days.
I hit different body parts on different days. So I do 2 lower body days, 2 shoulders, a chest and a tricep, and a back and bicep. And I just kind of sprinkle abs in there a couple times a week.
Okay. So do you focus like on the whole lower body, or do you have like a split that you do for your lower body?
Typically, I just do all lower body. So I used to do a quad day and a hamstring day.
Yeah.
Science has actually shown that your quads and hamstrings grow more when you work them together. So I've now been combining them all.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a good tip. Okay.
All right.
Third set. I'm so excited, guys, to work out with Chloe. I'm going to talk to her to join us on our next video. So subscribe, check our social media handles. 10, good. Follow her. She has a lot of tips. I'm so excited to go with the bodybuilding posing.
Yes, excited to pose together.
Are you counting?
This is 10 right here.
10.
There you go.
Good.
All right, one more. Yeah, it's a little cardio based too, so you can get the heart rate going, get you
Yes,
sweating.
I'm breathing so hard.
Yeah, me too.
So do you have any routine for like after your leg day, maybe stretching, or like what do you recommend?
I'm actually a big fan of stretching and foam rolling as well, and I am certified in both flexibility and stretching.
Yeah.
So that's something you can work with me on if that is a goal of anybody's. Stretching and foam rolling a little bit beforehand, but I definitely try to do it afterwards for about 5 minutes, not too long, just a little something to get the blood reflowing through the muscles and get the nutrients going in there.
That's amazing. What do you eat? Like, do you have like a meal routine? Do you eat everything? I'm sure like most of the people will be watching this video will be interested to know like what's your eating routine. You don't have like to give us like everything, just like a summary.
Yeah,
of what
and that's a question I get quite often actually. So it just kind of depends on the season that I'm in. So right now I am in my bulking season.
Yeah.
So calories are super high. I do kind of try to eat the same things. But again, a lot of protein, a lot of carbs, trying to eat minimal fats because they don't really help out with your muscles too much, but they are really good for your joints and your brain, so they are important. And then as I get closer to stepping on stage, it gets dialed in a little bit more. So then I'll kind of stick to a meal plan where I'm eating the same things. As cardio starts to ramp up, sometimes we'll even increase the calories to keep up with the extra activity. Or if that extra stubborn fat isn't going, then we'll lower calories a little bit. But I try to stay full and fed, keep the joints happy, keep your hormones, health happy.
That's awesome. You are going to teach us more about, like, you know, what you eat and all that.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about that.
Thank you for sharing that information.
Last one.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, good.
Can you train someone online if someone will be interested to say, like, maybe they want you to be their personal trainer?
Coming soon. I'm working on it. That will be, available here soon. I think the last one. There we go.
10. Good.
10? Okay. So not quite yet, mostly just working out at Superior, but pretty soon I'll let everybody know when they can start kind of messaging me online and stuff.
Okay. Good. Oh, nice. That's exciting news.
Yeah, we're getting there.
I would love to know. So what's our next exercise?
Next is the RDLs. And so we can either do them with dumbbells or we can do them with the barbell. I don't know if you had a preference.
I'm okay doing them with dumbbells.
Probably the dumbbells are the easiest to get out right now. Okay. All right, I'm grabbing.
How many reps, sets?
We'll probably stick to about 4 sets of 10 for today.
4 of 10, okay.
Yep, sometimes I'll do 5 sets of 8, sometimes I'll do 4 sets of 10. Kind of depends on how I'm feeling that day and also kind of what the goal is.
Yeah. So as we take a break in between, do you want us to?
Yeah, I want to get some heavier dumbbells.
Heavy dumbbells, okay. So I have a question for you.
Yes.
On step ups, we use the lighter dumbbells, and now on LDLs, we are going to use heavier. Is there any reason for that, or do you like going heavy when it comes to LDLs?
Good question. I do like to go heavier with the RDLs.
Yeah.
I went a little lighter with the step-ups because it was our first exercise.
Okay.
So kind of getting warmed up, ramping up the weight.
Yeah.
And now I feel pretty comfortable to grab some heavy dumbbells and hit the hamstrings pretty hard.
Awesome, yeah. I'm excited. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Another 4 sets of 10.
Do you have a cue for this one? Do you keep your legs together?
A little bit apart, small bend at the hips, and then small bend with the knees. You want to think like you're going to touch your butt to the back wall, but keep the shoulders back and the back straight.
Awesome, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Do you go all the way to the ground, straight below the knees?
About ankles or mid shins in that range. As long as you feel the stretch in your hamstrings on the way back, that's kind of how you know you're doing it right.
Nice. 8, 9, 10. Good. Do you like using dumbbells when it comes to LDLs? Do you use the bar? Which one do you?
Depends on the day.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually dumbbells. I prefer dumbbells in general over the barbell. I just particularly don't gravitate towards the barbell a lot, but a lot of people love the barbell stuff.
Yeah.
And you can interchange anything. I like the dumbbells because it's almost a little harder working independently and having to incorporate all those small little muscles and a little more core to keep everything together.
Yeah.
But you can probably go a little heavier with the barbell. So just depends.
Okay, good. So do you have any exercises that you kind of like take away from your leg day? Because I know most of the people say, I don't do machines. I've found a client who is like, they don't do leg extensions. And I was like, do you have any reasons why? Do you have any exercises that you?
Not necessarily. Nothing that I would never tell people not to do.
Yeah.
My thing with the hip thrust in particular, because it's a pretty popular exercise, is as long as you're feeling it in your glutes and not feeling it in your hip flexors.
Okay.
Most people want their hip flexors to take over doing all the work, and they're not actually tapping into that booty building hip thrust that it's supposed to be.
Okay.
So nothing that I would say don't do. One of my favorite exercises is leg extensions. So I always include them. Yeah. Nothing gets my quads like a leg extension, and for me that's kind of my trouble area. The hardest part for me to build, that's what I'm really working on, especially stepping on stage, is quads. So
okay. So I have a question for you. Do you prefer hip thrust or the glute bridges? Like just using dumbbells?
I would
Which
prefer
ones?
actually a glute bridge because you
Glute
can
bridge, okay.
control the movement a little more.
Okay.
And then you might not be going as heavy with the glute bridge, but then your form isn't compromised and you can really feel it in the places you're supposed to feel it versus just throwing weight up. All right.
Good. Are you ready for the
I'm
second
ready.
set? Good.
Okay.
Four, 5,
6, 7,
10.
Awesome.
Cool. So I have like a hard time, especially when I'm teaching my clients to do the LDLs. Sometimes, especially the older clients end up to like rounding their shoulders.
Yeah.
And it's so hard for you to tell them to take keeping their shoulders back because they don't have like a strong core, which we work like on the core so hard, but still like trying to collect. You have like collective exercises that you do with your clients.
I do have a drill that I like to give people before I do the RDLs. And you're right, that is a very common thing.
Yes,
is
rounding.
they might be feeling it in their legs,
Yes.
but everything's pulling them in. And I go, shoulders back,
Yeah.
and they're like, I am.
All the time.
Yes. Especially with actually elderly people, I do love RDLs for them because you're never going to make an elderly person do a full deadlift.
Yes.
But this way they can still get in all of these muscles and work on posture and core and
I
do a
see.
deadlift. So I actually do love these for elderly. And I have a foam rolling drill that I tell people to do to help track the movement.
I see. Yeah, I've tried to use that one before, but sometimes you know I'm teaching a kind of an elderly class where like we don't have like a lot of foam rollers to use for like teaching them. And one thing with the class, you find like almost half the people are doing it right, maybe 2 or 3 are the ones who are struggling. So it's so hard to tell them just use the foam roller.
Right. Yeah.
And I try to invite them to come for personal training sessions so that we have one-on-one to kind of help them, like, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Makes sense. Especially if that's a move they want to work on, then
Yes.
signing up for a personal training session, we'll dial it in.
Yeah. Okay, next we are going to talk about how you get your clients.
Okay, sounds good.
So let's do the next one.
All right. Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew.
Okay.
So my question was, how, like, you know, our gym, the good thing about our gym, it gives us most of the clients, but how do you keep your clients when you get them? Because some just come and they want to have like a one session, and some want you to sell yourself, like why they need you.
Yeah.
So I have my tips I will share. I would like you to share yours too. At the same time for trainers maybe.
Yeah.
Because, okay, let me go first.
Okay.
I think for me, I try to, if I find someone, I try to tell them it's not all about using machines. Push, pull, legs, it's good for you, but understanding the whole thing about if you're training towards longevity, you have to understand about flexibility, mobility, and balance.
Yeah.
So you have to understand everything. Fitness is not all about going to the gym and pushing weights, pulling, and doing legs.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I tell them, like, I might tell you how to use these machines, but at the end of the day, you are going to need more. Let's say strength training, we are just curling our biceps. We're making this bicep shorter so that it can pop up. How do you lengthen that arm? So that's like when you come in with stretching.
Right.
So I try to sell myself that way so that they kind of think that
and that's very important.
Yeah. So I would like to hear your side. Like, what do you tell them?
Mine, I would say very similar things because you're right. That's a lot of stuff. They don't come to you for that. They come to you to lift.
Yeah.
But with our knowledge, we know how important the mobility and the flexibility still is, and the balance is huge. So yes, you're coming in to lift weights, but I'm going to sneak it in there, here and there, and maybe do some things that are unilateral, that work your balance and make you squeeze your core different ways. For me, the way that I kind of sell myself and keep my clients, I would say it's just kind of being what they need that day. Like I'm there to give them all the tools, the tips, and to kind of secretly throw those little things in there that I know is going to help them.
Yeah.
But also asking them kind of how they're feeling that day, how their body is. If they're sore anywhere, maybe we'll avoid that body part. If they had a really long day, then maybe it's going to be an easier workout.
Yeah.
Or if they're having knee problems that day, of course we're not going to do legs then. So just being there for them, talking to them. Some people love the military person, and some people just need someone to just chat to and be told what to do.
Yeah.
So I can be whatever you want me to be that day. I can be the go, 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 or I can be like, take it easy, take your time. And I think people really appreciate that.
Yeah, I think the one thing that I've learned, a lot of people think just being a personal trainer is showing people on how to use machines. It's way more than that.
Yes, yeah.
You have to be chatty, you have to listen to clients, you have to remember which kind of information that they're giving you. Someone will be telling you like, hey, I have a doctor appointment, I'm going to see my shoulder and all that. Next time, if you don't ask them about how everything went,
absolutely,
they think that you don't care about them.
Yeah, so remembering that they're working on that stuff.
Yes, so that's one thing that I've taken from the kind of like training people.
Yeah, and you learn as you go. Well, I think one more. You're right.
One more? Okay. Awesome. Let's go.
Okay.
Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right.
So what do we have next?
I think the calf raises are next.
Calf raises, okay. So how do you want to demonstrate what we are doing on calf raises? Is it just one dumbbell?
Let's do, I kind of like to do 2 dumbbells in one hand.
Okay.
But definitely you could hold a kettlebell here.
Yeah.
You could hold like a sandbag or something. I think today I'll do the dumbbells unless you would like to do a kettlebell. You're welcome to.
Okay. Yeah, I would do the kettlebell.
Okay, sounds good.
It's so heavy. No,
yes, we'll do another 4 sets of 10?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. It might be too much. I might say like maybe 3. I think like calves, because it's more like a small muscle here.
Yeah, they tire out. They
get tired so fast. So I try to reduce the number of sets. These muscles are like compound muscles, like they're big, so you can hit them as much as you want.
Can I actually suggest another way we do these?
Yeah.
So I like to do them 3 different ways. So I'll come in front here. Toes forward for 10, the toes out for 10, and toes in.
Ooh.
And it hits all the different heads of the calf muscle. It's good for your knees, ankles, balance, injury prevention.
Yeah.
Toes in, it feels funky, but it is good for you. Especially if you have knee problems, it's going to strengthen your knees without having to do lunges
I've never
and
done
squats.
that before.
Okay, cool. So we'll
can
try
we do that? 3 sets of like calf? Okay. So which one do you want to start
Let's start just toes forward first, and we'll do a set of 10.
Okay. So forward. So guys, I'm using a kettlebell. Do you want to come maybe? Okay. Let me know.
And 1, good. 2, and try to hover your heels in the back and don't slam the heels down. Trying to control the movement.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Good. Let's do toes out now. And this one's going to hit a little more quads.
Do you bring your legs more together?
Yep, and it can be apart too. I usually do them pretty close, but
okay.
up to you. Ready?
Yes.
Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. All right.
This is the first time I'm doing this.
Cool.
I've
Okay.
never done
Awesome.
it, so I've learned something from you. Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah, you might be a little sore tomorrow.
Yeah,
good.
for
And
sure.
toes in. They're going to want to creep out as we get going. So try to keep them in, and they don't have to be super far in. Just turned in a little bit. Ready?
Okay.
Go. 9, 10.
Good.
Nice. Awesome.
So, what do you do on your rest days? Like, do you have a routine? Do you have the things that you do when you're taking some time to rest?
Usually a lot of housework.
Yeah.
I try to still keep my movement up, and then of course listening to my body. So if I need to rest and it's a movie day,
Yeah.
then sometimes it's a movie day. But I try to take my dog for a walk, do the dishes, do some laundry.
Yeah.
Very small things to just kind of get me up and moving, and that
Yes.
also help with my soreness as well. Usually when I'm laying on the couch is when everything stiffens up and gets super sore. So
Yeah.
I try to keep movement and blood flow, and that seems to
And
really
how
help.
often do you stretch?
I would say every day, just a little
After or
bit every
before
day.
your workout?
Always after
After your
before maybe, but
Just-
always after at least.
Okay.
And then I do a little bit on my rest days. That's something I could be better at, is incorporating more stretching in my rest days.
Yeah.
Definitely good for you, but I'm really good about it during the week too, so I don't harp too much.
What are
on
your
it.
2 tips about bodybuilding that you can tell, especially as someone who is looking forward to join bodybuilding, especially like girls who will be watching this video?
Yeah. Definitely do your research. Be prepared for what you're getting yourself into.
Okay.
So everyone's usually aware, like, oh, you put on muscle, you go through this vigorous cut and food and all that.
Yeah.
But also the kind of cost of buying a suit and jewelry and the tan, what it takes to go through the peak week, which is your week leading up to the show. So say you step on stage on a Saturday, that Monday is the start of your peak week, and that's a very particular week where we do a bunch of magic tricks to get you looking really good on stage.
Ooh, okay.
And so there's a lot of those fine details people don't expect. They just think Vulcan cut.
Yeah.
So do your research, know what you're getting yourself into, and then second, I think you'll hear this from every coach, is practice your posing. You're gonna think that yes, cutting is really hard, the cardio and all that.
Yeah.
When you're standing on stage for a really long time and the lights are hot and you're drained
Yeah.
and you're shaking, if you can practice your posing and practice your posing tired as well.
Yeah.
So in between your sets working out, that's a way to help your muscle endurance and be able to hold those poses solid.
Ooh, yeah, I've tried it like almost 2-3 times. I've never been on stage. I don't know anything about posing. We are going to talk about this topic towards the end of this video. She's going to give us good news. For those guys who are subscribed, who would like to see what we are going to do on the next video.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. What's
I'm
our
very
next
excited.
exercise?
Next, I think we had side lunges. I think
Side
those are the
lunges.
next ones.
Okay.
Yep.
So do you think we have enough space? Are you going
I
to
think
do
this
it
is,
this way?
yeah, I might go a little diagonal
Okay.
here. And then I think I'm just gonna use, let's see,
Light
there's
weights.
all kinds of ways we can hold the dumbbells here. I might do 2. We're gonna do 1. So I think I'm gonna do them this way.
Ooh, that way. Okay.
So we're gonna do side lunges. We're gonna use 2 dumbbells with these, and we're gonna move them towards our foot, our knee in between each dumbbell. This is gonna pull your shoulders forward. So you're gonna sit into your heels and keep those shoulders back. So it's gonna look like this. So chest up, shoulders back, sit in the heel, and then push back to the start.
When you're ready.
Okay, ready? Go.
Do you tap your leg?
I almost
Because
hover
you're
it.
fast.
Yeah, I almost hover and not even put my leg down.
Oh, nice. 7,
Okay, yeah. 8,
8, 10.
okay.
A lot of people don't do side lunges, actually.
Yes, yeah, I
Especially
think-
like men,
Oh,
they
yeah.
don't.
I think
Yeah.
they're really good for you, but they are rough.
Yes.
Yeah.
I try to do them when I'm teaching class, so I think that's the only time I do them.
Yeah, okay, good for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you're ready,
Ready, go.
four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good.
Whew.
I find like a lot of people, even the reason why they don't do side lunges, sometimes someone is trying to step out, but this leg is pulling forward.
Yeah.
You have a cue for this, because what I normally tell them, or like my example, before I started mobility and flexibility exercises, it was so hard for me to even get into a side lunge position.
Because
So
of hip
a lot-
mobility?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you don't have like good hip mobility, it's so hard for you to do it, because I could see you
Definitely.
going all the way.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be here.
Yeah. And only because I've done these a lot in the past.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty flexible genetically,
Yeah.
but the hip mobility is going to be a big part of these.
Yeah.
So if you did want to incorporate these into a leg day,
Yeah.
I would warm up with a lot of hip mobility and hip stretches, and then also working on them at home
Yeah.
and after a workout as well.
Uh-huh.
And then I would say that depth is not super important here either. A lot of people want to go all the way down, but I would just go, and this is what I tell my clients, just go as low as you can go. And so if that's right here, and we're not stepping very far, that is okay if this is all we're doing. And eventually it'll get lower and wider, and you'll get more comfortable with the movement. And then we can go heavier as well.
Yeah.
Maybe starting without weight and then adding weight.
Awesome, yeah. And do you take, okay, my goal for next year for sure, I want to join one of the dancing classes.
Cool, yeah.
I know, like, you know, men sometimes we're so masculine and thinking about like dancing is not even like an exercise. But I think like if you want healthy hips and all that, because our hips are so tight, we are carrying heavy weights and all that, we don't have any movement. So I'm challenging myself to take like one of the dancing classes.
That's awesome. Well, and it steps you out of your normal planes.
Hips,
and makes you move. Yeah.
So
it's amazing. Dance is
yeah.
awesome for you. It's good for elderly, good for kids to learn body awareness. Dance is amazing for everybody.
I've done some exercises with Peter Wall.
Yeah.
And it's telling me to step out a certain way, and I'm like, my hips are so tight. Like, I'm always thinking like I have mobile hips. But they're very tight.
Yeah, he
so
also will give me some things that I'm like, oh, this is harder than I thought it would be.
Yes.
I'm like, I can do that. Oh, it's hard.
Something we were stepping out and then coming in a certain way, like there's this internal rotation of my hip.
Yeah,
it's so hard.
Yep.
So.
And that's actually a common thing with posing is being able to rotate your hips and your shoulders independently. So hips, they want judges
hips
often
facing
want
forward.
Hips usually to the side. They usually want your shoulders up and big in a big twist. So flexibility again is going to be very important with the bodybuilding and being able to pose and angle yourself.
Oh wow, awesome! You ready for the next one?
Okay, and go.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, okay. Ready?
Whew, this is intense.
It is. And go.
10.
Okay.
Is that our second set? Oh wow.
Just 2, yeah.
Guys, you can see like we're still just working out our legs and it's intense. How long does your workouts take you? Like to do
between about 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
I used to do 1.5 hour long workouts.
Yeah.
And if you want to be in here for that long, that's fine. But
if you just want to put your headphones on, just focus on your workout, 45 minutes, you're done.
That's really all you need. As long as you're getting that burn and you're sweating and you're working hard and you're breathing heavy, you got in a workout. So even if you only had 30 minutes to get your workout in, still push yourself and you got what you needed.
What's your advice for those people who come to the gym and spend like 2 hours, 3 hours?
I would say it's unnecessary. If you love it and that's what you want to do, that is fine. Go ahead and take your time and do you.
Like mental health and all that, that's okay.
But it's
you might be overworking your body.
Often they're overworking. A lot of times those people don't have rest days either. And rest days are very important. 1 to 2 rest days a week. It is necessary for the body. And if you want to hit it hard, you need to listen to your body.
Okay, so do you want to do 3 sets on this one?
Let's do 3,
3 sets, okay. Okay, guys, ready? Our second set.
Go.
I mean third set.
Third, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9, 10. All right.
Switch sides.
Okay. And go.
1,
2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Whew. Okay.
Is that all for today? Yeah?
I think so.
That's all for
I
today.
think we're good.
Guys.
Yeah. We hit all the muscles.
Yeah. My legs feel like a heavy workout for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, thank you so much for agreeing
Thank
to come
you.
and do this with
Yeah.
us. So how can people like find you on social media?
So I'm on Instagram and Facebook. I believe that's all right now. Instagram is Chloe_G8 and my Facebook is just Chloe Gillette, and I will be posting videos soon.
Yeah, we are going to actually like collaborate and try to do a lot of videos together. I know you guys wanted us to have like this workout where like both of us, most of the females, when I was watching my YouTube, the people watch my videos, 70% men.
Oh, okay.
So we want the 50% to come from
Yeah,
the
we're getting the
women's
women
side.
in, yes.
So
And you can always
Chloe's here
DM me.
representing.
Yep.
Yeah. And she's going to be online, like she's going to start online coaching.
Pretty
she's
soon
going
here.
to
Yep.
give us more news soon. So I am excited. Maybe give us the tips about the video that we talked about we are going to do next so that the viewers know what
The posing, right?
posing video.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes. So we're gonna go over some bodybuilding posing. Specifically the men's categories. There are 3 men's categories.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we're gonna pose a Tita here, run through all the angles, the way to make you look the biggest with having the smallest waist, ways to make your quads pop, hamstrings pop, and just tips to kind of angle to get all your best features.
I am so excited.
I'm excited for that.
I know like I don't have the best definition, but I'm really excited to watch that video and see like
we got magic tricks,
how
we can make it all pop.
Yes, because I'm always doing this as everyone else, every guy is at the gym trying to do like flex their biceps and all that.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to give you a challenge for the last one.
Okay.
Show us your best pose.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. Just right
I'll give you
here.
a front double bar,
Guys, let's see it.
which can be used for women's physique, women's bodybuilding, men's, all men's categories as well. So front step, and then angle those elbows in.
Ooh, yay!
Thank you.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thank you,
guys. Go ahead and subscribe to Tita Fitness. Check Chloe. We are going to do a lot of collaborate, do more videos together.
Yep.
So just
Cool.
this is our last one. Bye.